Argentina is grappling with triple-digit inflation. The peso has collapsed and interest rates are surging. Many families are unable to afford basic necessities. Community kitchens are running out of food.
Against this backdrop, a fierce battle is set to unfold between two titans of Argentine politics. In one corner is President Javier Milei, a libertarian firebrand determined to reshape the nation's economy. In the other is Maximo Kirchner, a prominent leader of the opposition Judicialist Party. Kirchner is a staunch defender of the Peronist tradition of a centralized state that reaches into every aspect of society. Peronism, named after its founder Juan Peron, has been a dominant force in Argentine politics since the 1940s. Peron's policies focused on industrialization, social welfare, and strong unions. Growing up in the 70s, Milei saw firsthand the devastating effects of soaring inflation and economic mismanagement. He remembers his parents burning their worthless pesos for heat, a searing memory that would shape his unwavering belief in the destructive power of an overreaching state.
As a young economist, Javier Milei made a name for himself with his bold ideas and his fearless criticism of Argentine economic policies. He became a television commentator where he railed against the central bank and against corrupt politicians. In 2021, he shocked the political establishment when he won a seat in Congress, riding a wave of anger against the status quo.
When he ascended to the presidency in 2023, Milei inherited an economy in shambles. Years of overspending, high inflation, and mounting debt had left Argentina on the brink of collapse. He quickly went to work, immediately cutting the number of government ministries in half and pushing for a massive restructuring of the country's economy.
Kirchner and his allies are determined to stop him. Kirchner is the son of two former presidents, Nestor Kirchner and Cristina Fernandez de Kirchner,
which makes Maximo the epitome of entrenched state power. As leader of the Judicialist Party, he is committed to carrying on his parents' Peronist legacy. He argues that Milei's proposed austerity measures will lead to job losses and reduced access to essential services. He is deeply skeptical of plans to dollarize the economy and remove currency controls, believing the changes will leave Argentina at the mercy of foreigners. He points to Argentina's painful history of debt crises and IMF bailouts as evidence of the dangers of ceding too much control over the economy.
Despite the opposition, Milei is committed to his vision. Argentina has already seen some glimmers of hope. In January, it posted its first budget surplus in nearly 12 years, thanks to Milei's spending cuts.
The central bank has successfully increased its foreign currency reserves by over $10 billion. Now he faces his biggest test in pushing through an omnibus bill which outlines far-reaching changes to Argentina's economy. The bill proposes privatization of 41 public companies and major modifications to the tax systems. It changes electoral laws and allows for greater foreign investment.
Maybe the most concerning to us is its provisions to transfer some power from the legislative branch to the executive branch. That's a key check and balance that's necessary for sustaining a functioning democracy.
Tensions are running high. Thousands have taken to the streets to protest the bill. Labor unions coordinated a 12-hour strike to oppose the bill's economic reforms, emphasizing concerns over increased poverty and job insecurity. Although Milei was forced to retract some of the more divisive spending reforms, the bill passed its initial hurdle in the lower house of Congress. Now, as the bill moves to the Senate, Milei's lack of a strong majority will pose a significant challenge.
As the Senate prepares to vote on the bill, the eyes of the world are on Milei and Kirchner. The stakes could not be higher, and the consequences will reverberate throughout Latin America.
Will Milei's free market revolution succeed? If it does, it would signal a new era of economic liberalization and a rejection of the statist policies that have long dominated the region. Or will Kirchner and the entrenched interests prevail, solidifying the Peronist model for years to come?
The fight for Latin America's soul is underway. The outcome will shape the continent's economic and political landscape for generations to come. Subscribe and stay tuned here for updates.